Episode 5 of The Wolf Among Us, called Cry Wolf, is the end of Telltale's, what we hope is the first season of The Wolf Among Us based on the Fables comic series. And what it really does is it provides this wrapping around what they've done so far in this fantasy noir world. And the decisions you make in the game really reflect back upon what you've done in the previous 4 games in a way that honestly, even as great as The Walking Dead was, it never did that.
So The Walking Dead, Telltale's obviously super successful game that really elevated them to top tier developer status, definitely had a bit of a comic book look, but The Wolf Among Us takes it much, much farther in that it really just embraces the hard, the dark outlines like a comic book on the characters, the use of color, even the lighting, everything about the game just screams graphic novel.
So what do you say, Sheriff? Can we discuss terms?
No deals. It's over, so get up.
I'd advise against that approach, Bigby.
The writing in The Wolf Among Us is really interesting because you get to see these characters from all these different fairy tales and fables all living together in this, giant city together. And it's crazy to see how a character from one story and another will interact with each other because it's totally off-putting sometimes or really surprising.
This episode more than ever really opens up player expression, and you're sort of able to shape Bigby the way you want. If you want to be that murderous, vengeful sheriff, you could do that. And also if you want to be that altruistic sheriff who at the end of the day is gonna do what's right for Fabletown, you can do that too, and it's all thanks to the writing.
And the characters are they're adults, number one. There are a lot of swear words in The Wolf Among Us, but they're put to good effect. They're not just thrown out there for 4-letter usage. It's not just there to get an M rating. It's there to really reinforce, man, these are characters with good sides and bad sides, and good days and really bad days where they transform into their wolf form and just tear a guy's throat out because he pushed him too damn far.
Despite the fact that the game is only 90 minutes long, each scene is completely necessary, and it has some of the best action, some of the best writing, and honestly the best final twist that Telltale has ever done.
It actually just got me thinking in a whole different way. There is a big exclamation point that's put on the end of Wolf Among Us Episode 5.
Maybe that's not such a bad thing.
What made The Wolf Among Us Episode 5 Cry Wolf special to me is that it gave me a gameplay experience that I haven't really experienced myself, and I saw I've seen The Wolf Among Us, and all the visual style, the characters, and the plot of the game really interested me, and that's what hooked me onto it. And I was like, this is a really cool universe that I really want to explore. And after playing the game, I'm actually curious to check out the graphic novels now because it's just such a cool universe that I got to experience.
The Wolf Among Us Episode 5 Cry Wolf is IGN's Game of the Month for July because it is just it's exactly what I want out of adventure gaming these days, which is a great story with choices that pay off in some interesting or poignant or emotional way. And it's just something we need more of in games. I mean, it only took me about an hour and 20 minutes to play through, but I thought about it for days after that and talked about it with people at the office.
It's one of those games that, at the end of 2014, I'm going to look back on storytelling in games, and I have no doubt that Wolf Among Us is going to be right at the top.